The rain pounded against the windshield like 1,000 accusations, blurring the world into a chaotic smear of headlights and shadows. Mark Thompson gripped the steering wheel of his battered old pickup, his knuckles white, as he navigated the treacherous mountain road. It was late, too late for a single dad like him to be out, but little Emma's fever had spiked again, and the pharmacy in town was his only hope. "Hang in there, baby girl," he whispered to the empty passenger seat, picturing her pale face back home with the babysitter. That's when it happened, a deafening screech of metal, a flash of luxury chrome spinning out of control ahead. The billionaire's sleek sports car slammed into the guardrail, flipping once, twice, before erupting in flames. Mark's truck skidded to a halt. His heart hammered. "Don't leave me," he screamed instinctively, though the words weren't for the stranger, they echoed his deepest fear, the one that haunted him since losing his wife 2 years ago. But let's rewind, because this story isn't just about a crash, it's about the unbreakable spirit of a man who had every reason to give up. If you're watching this, hit that like button if you've ever felt the weight of the world on your shoulders, and subscribe for more tales that remind us heroes walk among us every day. Now, back to Mark. Mark Thompson was no stranger to hardship. At 38, he worked 2 jobs, mechanic by day, delivery driver by night, to keep a roof over his and Emma's heads. His wife, Sarah, had been the light of their lives until cancer stole her away, leaving him with a 5-year-old daughter who asked too many questions about Mommy's empty chair at dinner. "Why doesn't she come back, Daddy?" Emma would say, her big blue eyes searching his. Mark would force a smile, hiding the ache, the bills piling up, the loneliness that gnawed at him like rust on his truck. He wasn't bitter, though. He was resilient, the kind of guy who'd fix a neighbor's fence for free or share his last sandwich with a stranger. But life kept testing him, and on that stormy night, the ultimate test arrived. The billionaire, Alexander Hale, was the opposite, a 55-year-old tech mogul whose empire spanned continents, built on algorithms and ambition. He'd amassed billions innovating AI that promised to change the world, but his personal life was a void. Divorced twice, estranged from his grown children, Alex drove that mountain road in a haze of regret, fleeing a board meeting where he'd just fired half his staff to boost profits. "What's it all for?" he'd muttered to himself, accelerating into the curve, when hydroplaning sent his car careening. As flames licked the wreckage, Alex trapped inside, his mind flashed to his empty mansion, the awards gathering dust. He was dying alone, and for the first time, that terrified him. Mark didn't hesitate. He leaped from his truck, rain soaking him instantly, and sprinted toward the inferno. The heat scorched his skin, smoke choking his lungs, but he smashed the driver's window with a rock from the roadside. "Hey! Can you hear me?" he yelled, reaching in to unbuckle the dazed man. Alex groaned, blood trickling from his forehead, his leg pinned under the dashboard. "Don't leave me," Mark pleaded, not knowing why those words tumbled out. Perhaps it was the father in him, seeing vulnerability in the stranger's eyes, or the widower fearing another loss. With superhuman strength fueled by adrenaline, Mark yanked the dashboard back, ignoring the searing pain in his hands. He dragged Alex free just as the car exploded in a fireball that lit up the night sky. Sirens wailed in the distance as Mark knelt beside the billionaire, pressing his jacket against the wounds. "Stay with me, man. Help's coming. Don't you dare leave." Alex's eyes fluttered open, locking onto Mark's. In that moment, amid the chaos, something profound passed between them, a silent acknowledgement of shared humanity. Paramedics arrived, whisking Alex away, but Mark slipped back to his truck before anyone could ask his name. He had to get those meds for Emma. Fame or thanks weren't on his mind. As he drove off, the rain washed away the soot, but not the memory. Word spread like wildfire. "Mystery hero saves tech tycoon," headlines screamed. Alex, recovering in a private hospital suite, became obsessed with finding his savior. He hired detectives, scoured CCTV footage, offered $1 million reward. "That man, he begged me not to die," Alex told his assistant, his voice cracking for the first time in years. I need to thank him. I need to make this right. But Mark had vanished without a trace, content to fade into obscurity. Why? Because to him, it wasn't about glory, it was about doing what was right, the way Sarah had taught him. We help because we can, Mark, she'd say. Yet, the act haunted him. Burns on his hands forced him to miss work, bills mounted, and Emma's questions grew. Daddy, why are you sad? Challenges piled on. Mark's truck finally gave out, stranding him without a way to his jobs. Creditors called relentlessly, and Emma's school sent notes about unpaid fees. In his darkest hour, he confided in his old friend Joe at the garage. I saved that guy, and now I'm drowning. But I'd do it again. Joe nodded, but secretly tipped off the media. The story exploded, a single dad's quiet heroism versus a billionaire's lavish search. Alex's team tracked Mark down through vehicle records, showing up at his modest home with cameras and checks. The reunion was emotional. Alex, leaning on a cane, embraced Mark like a long-lost brother. You saved more than my life, you reminded me what matters, Alex said, tears streaming. He cleared Mark's debts, funded Emma's education, and even offered a job at his company. But Mark refused the job. I like fixing things with my hands, he said humbly. Instead, he asked Alex to start a foundation for single parents in need. That's my reward, knowing others won't struggle like I did. Resolution came not in riches, but in healing. Alex reconnected with his kids, shifting his company toward ethical AI that helped families. Mark found peace, watching Emma thrive, her laughter filling the void Sarah left. He never sought the spotlight, walking away from interviews with a simple wave. Life's about the quiet saves, he'd say. And that's the heart of it. In a world obsessed with wealth and fame, true heroes risk everything for strangers and ask nothing in return. They teach us that one act of courage can ripple outward, changing lives forever. If this story moved you, smash that like button. It means the world to creators like me, and subscribe for more inspiring tales that prove kindness is the real superpower. Remember, you might be someone's hero today. Don't walk away, step up.